Good evening, people. Just heading out to have a wee bit of a think about what I am doing in the next day or so. And I've got to the point where I need to start thinking about infilling the opening that I've created, which is quite good. End of the wall. Now I've got a large opening where once I had not such a large opening, and not only that, but it was often difficult to get to, to the door itself, let alone get into whatever was inside the enclosed area. Now with it opened up, it's actually quite good. I've actually got a place for all my leads. I was actually starting to wonder about those, where to put them all. And so now I've got a place. Yeah, it's actually been there before, but it was hard to get to because it was behind a narrow door and tucked around the corner. Now, with the door, once I've made it, can open up, they are easily accessible. And that was the phrase just now I was actually thinking about. I want something that's readily accessible, i.e. on the wall on this side, and easily accessible in the room itself, so inside that little storage area. Now the compressor will be down the bottom there. The dust collector, chip collector, will be here, and the motor will be up there. So that's quite good. But the back of the door might well be a good place to stick the clamps, because the clamps are not something I use all the time. The G clamps, etc., maybe the wee, the small versions of those are, the quick release. Where are they? Oh, they're around somewhere. Anyway, the small version, I do use them a lot, so they would be best placed on this side of the door. Either way, when I go to make the door, I'm thinking now that I'll make it reasonably solid, probably using 12mm, whatever, plywood. I probably would like to go heavier, so I could screw into it a little bit easier, but 12mm should be fine. We'll have a think about it. Make up a light frame for inside the door itself. Clad it on both sides so that both sides can have brackets and hooks and what have you screwed to it anywhere I need it. That makes more sense. Originally, I said in a previous video about maybe just putting a thin layer of ply on the other side, on the inside, just to balance the tensions in the door. Because after all, even though it's not going to be particularly wide, about 570, 550, 570, each one 2 meters high, they're going to have a bit of weight on them, so they'll need to be, reasonably stout. So I think 12mm on either side of that, something. Really, it is quite narrow, thinking about it. Anyway, I can have that. I could put that door in as half of the door. Oh, that's actually not a bad idea. No, I was going to use that for a base for one of these units, which is something I'm thinking about too. That solid core door. Here's the thing. Do I make a larger door with a small door? Hang on, I'm going to cough. Even though it's not dusty out here at the moment, you can still smell, and I think I'm getting a reaction. There's a lot of dust in here. Anyway. Do we make a bigger door, like 2/3, so that's and then just have a little wing door make up? That might be easier to do, actually. What widths? I know the doors are, I think it should be a 910. Let's just have a quick reach in there. Most doors, internal doors, commercial, are 860 to 910. Well, that's actually a 960. Because it was in a cavity slider, that's why. So I could almost get a 900 with door in the out of that, bang it in there, and geez, it's only a tiny little make-up door on the side. Now, does that make sense? Really? I don't know. You're not going to get much more stable than that solid core door, put it that way. And don't have to buy anything. And the makeup panel can be made up out of something that I could, no frame. It's already, how thick is it? 36 mil? A lot of doors shrunk down in size to about 32, but the older ones were 36. Yeah, that one's 36. So, yeah, that might be a thought. Not quite high enough, but no, just looking at it now, yeah, it's actually sitting on something. By the time I frame it, because most doors are 960 high, but sometimes you get custom-made doors and they're just an oddball size. It's probably a 960. Anyway, never thought about that until I just come out here with yous lot. That's easy. Now, one of the things is too, with the now easy access to the storage will be used. And it is already used because I've popped my selection of extension cords in there. Some around the other side as well. This used to be you had an access door, fine, but stuff that was inside it like that was tucked around the corner, and it was particularly hard to get to, and it had other stuff as well in front of it. Now that's going to be dedicated to the air compressor, which was already in there, and the dust collector, because that will be replaced, and the new one will be in there. There will be other opportunities for putting storage to hang on that back wall. So, that might be interesting then, to think about that door, and I can hang stuff on the front of the door, the wee clamps, and the back of the door, the bigger clamps. And yeah, I like the idea of having two smaller, like 600, 550, about 550 wide doors. I kind of like that idea, because you open one just to grab that. You don't need a big door being, banging around, etc. So, yeah. What I'd been allocating that, or going to allocate that for, was cut it down for the base of one of these units. This unit is going to be, both units are going to be replaced, but this one's going to be made a little bit bigger, and I'm thinking making this one quite a bit smaller. It's actually got 3 bays at the moment for those sorts of containers there. I'm thinking about making it only 2 bays wide, but have the containers going all the way up uninterrupted. The drawers, instead of being 2 narrow drawers, I'm going to make 2 quite a bit bigger, almost that size, one above the other, so 150 each. Because at the moment it's a shallow door. That unit there is actually got a false back. Oh, that's a good point too. I've got that birch ply in the back there. Anyway, it's shallow and it's actually got a false back, and there's shelves on the back. Stupid idea, because the heavier the unit, the less likely you're going to move it. And then the things that you put on the back just go into a no man's land and just stay there, because it's hard to move the unit. Now that it would be smaller and it'll be easy to move, I'm thinking of doing away with the back storage thing and just making it deeper. So I'll be able to store everything that's in those drawers in those deeper drawers, both deeper that way and, deeper this way. So, yeah, and that door is going to be for one of the bases. I've already got that base. The other option is to make it a little bit deeper this way and have a double layer of the containers. But seriously thinking about that, but the times that I've done that, it's a pain to reach in to grab the unit, the box or something behind. No, I'll just leave it one depth. Oh yeah. Possibly even making it shallower than it is. Anyway, these are the thoughts that I'm having with regards to this, and then I'm going to give that some thought whether I use that for the actual door here or not. Kind of makes sense to use it, really, doesn't it? I could actually, because I was thinking about cutting it down so that notch out where the handle was. Yeah, that's right. That was a paraplegic. I don't know what they call them nowadays. They've got a different name for a more politically correct name. But anyway? That's what that door was off, because they have to have a special latch there for safety, and now they have been superseded with something even better. And they're bloody expensive, those locks too. Anyway, I could just fill that in. Wouldn't be particularly hard. Make it, maybe square it up, put a block in it, bit of a bog in it, bit of a paint. So that will be full width at 960. Jeez, I'm not going to have much of a door space left at the end of that, am I? Now, I'm just trying to get my tape out. So by the time I put a door jamb in, a door frame, around 960, geez, it comes to here. Dang, that's a big door. I'm going to think about that. I've got no use for that door other than cutting it down for a small section of it to be used for that base. Seems a bit of a waste. I could easily replace the base with a couple of layers of custom wood, MDF, to build it up. I don't know, but that's certainly food for thought now, and gets rid of that door for me. And it's already made. What I can do is infill the block, mount it, get it working. If it works for me, leave it. And if it doesn't, I can always pull it off and chop it up. Got it for nothing, didn't cost me a cent. Make use of it now, fills in that gap big time, and it's done. Well, that was a decision. That made my life a little bit easier to, for filling in the hole. Don't have to make a frame now, do I? Rightio, that's it. What else? What else am I going to do tomorrow? Come on, this is Dave's diary. This is what it's for. Starting to tidy up here again. You would have seen the absolute shithole that it was earlier. I got the old garden blower out and gave it 2 or 3 good blows around the place just to get the most of the dust at most. It's really cloying. If you've ever worked with concrete dust when you've been grinding or something, you'll know what I'm meaning. Oh, that's what I know you're such an inquisitive lot. If you're looking at the white patches on the floor there, I just got the grinder out and put a dust extraction unit on it, and just ground off some of the lips in the concrete. Because when this was built, how many bays? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 bays of concrete. Back in the day when my father built it, money was tight, so he'd be able to pour it as and when he could get the concrete, because quite often he could get the concrete at a rather reasonable price, because he actually worked at a concrete manufacturing place. So any leftover concrete got sent home here, and that was filled in. So they would otherwise just dump it. Nowadays they actually recycle the concrete. So. But that was way long ago, 55 years ago. So, yeah, That's why it's 6 inches thick. Okay. Yeah, that's why that. It was just to stop the transition of the wheels. Not that I've felt much of a problem with that, but as they move across the joints, just being nicer to my units, I suppose. Okay, what are we up to? Well, that hinging will take care of most of the next day or so. The door frame and then mounting the door. And if I allocate that for those units, that will be high on the agenda then. That will take a little bit of a step forward in the agenda, timing-wise. Once that door's out. Okay, rightio. Well, I'm pleased you came out with me so I could actually waffle on to myself and make the decisions for the work over the next day or so. Okay, that's it. Going inside for my last cuppa of the day. Reasonably late. And, quite happy. That's jolly good. It's always nice to go, finish the day with something positive so you don't have to ruminate so much on a problem. Okay, that's it. See you in the next one now. Bye.